most of our conversations is sustaining the duality exchange while honoring individual energies. And to me, that means like you and I have been walking together for 41 years. And yeah, that's a long time. Like I'm 55 and, I met you when I was very young. I can still remember when I met you, when I feel like I recognized you for the first time. And people might say, how have you been walking so long? Well, we met and we put
Because
it
we've
in
been
fifth
walking
gear.
in circles.
Yeah, for a long time. We have been.
Yeah, because it's as we both have come to realize over this long circular walk that we've come across each other's path and each other over multiple lifetimes, right?
Agreed.
So when you think about it from that perspective, we've been tied together in a universe perspective as a circular unit, right?
Right.
So
Yeah, I feel like it's very spiral. It's like the DNA. I feel like that when you look at the circle, and you see how many times we've walked around the circle. I think we have a nice little spiral going. When we think about it that way. And I think this first episode, the first meeting, I think is like, what is our goal and what is our purpose for these circles? Because eventually I feel like, I would really like to open the circle up to other couples and maybe host a night here, a night circle, with the topic of conversation. And this is as a facilitators, as just sharing. Like, I want it to be known from the beginning that it's not like maestra type status. This is just, we are sharing.
just Paul and Irene sharing our life
Yes,
with whoever wants to share their life
with us.
with.
May, if you can learn something from whatever we share, that would make at least my heart grow and feel happier. But I am always open because I know I learn from every person that I meet. And I grow from every person that I meet. So I want that to be like established and clear.
Yeah. No, I think that's I think the foundation for this circle, this couple circle for us that we want to start is just that. We want to share our story and our learnings, both good and bad, right? With other couples who either are seeking guidance or are seeking to share their story, right? In a space that they feel comfortable in, right? In a space that as I mentioned earlier, that they don't feel demasculated or feminized. I don't know if that's the right word, but
In a space where we can honor both our feminine energy and our masculine energy.
Exactly.
Right? In a good way. And I hear that.
In a productive way, in a learning way, right?
Growing I hear that. Way. And growth, I hear that. I felt like, one of the things that I wrote down was, for our goal is to share experiences and learnings of walking together for 41 years and surviving our transformations. And I say surviving our transformations for lack of a better word, because for surviving our transformations in our energy of, just deconstructing ourselves and rebuilding ourselves. And we've shared ourselves in our lowest of our lows and in the highest of our highs and in between.
Right.
So in that concept of we transform throughout our lives, and us being able to support each other and sometimes not support each other in that transformation and recreation.
Yeah, yeah. Because sometimes, depending on what we are going through in our transformation, sometimes we have to go through that transformation alone, right?
Right.
To be able to come out at the other end, transformed and in a better place is what we hope, right? To be in a better place to strengthen our relationships, to strengthen our ties,
Right.
right? Not only with ourselves, but with our children, our grandchildren, our family, our friends, our community.
Right.
For those who come into our paths, we've had very many blessings in the last, 10 plus years with people coming into our lives that were meant to be in our lives for brief moments and for long moments, and they still continue to be, but they were all meant to be in our path for one reason or another, right?
Right.
And that's something that that I've learned to embrace, learn to accept, learn to appreciate these energies, both male and female, who have come into our lives that have touched us, have helped us to grow, and to be in a place where we're at today.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah. And I feel the same way. I feel like, for me, it's sometimes it's challenging with the briefness of some of these souls, some of these people that have come into our lives. But I feel that the growth and the learnings that we've been able to connect with in these last 10 years have just reshaped me over and over again.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to share that from the perspective of our love, of our union, of our duality, of our choice to continue to walk together. Even in the face of this culture, society, all the things that we've had to unlearn, you and I, in order to be able to continue to walk together.
Right.
So I guess in closing, that's one of the things that I wanted to say, that we hope that our talks together benefit, help anyone who's listening, and also hopefully open up that pathway to be able to have people over and do circles.
Mm-hmm. Well said. With your understanding of where we want to go with this and how we want to be able to help others as well as ourselves, right?
Right.
As well as we will continue to grow. We will continue to transform, as we walk our path together, right? And walk the path with those who come into our path,
Right.
and hopefully those who do continue to stay within our path as long as they need to be, right? As long as Creator needs them there with us, or they need us there with them.
Yeah.
It's to quote my beautiful partner as an educator,
Right.
And if we haven't learned what is destined for us to be learning and come away with what was meant for us to learn, we have to go back, right? We have to go back to the circle,
Right.
and encounter another soul, that will help us walk our path, But
Tlasukamati, my beloved. I see you and I feel you, and I so appreciate and honor you seeing me.
thank you. Love you.
Love you too.